Percy, Toby, and the three ponies were very worried about Thomas. His recent accident with the station master's house had caused a great deal of trouble. When they got to Elsbridge Station, Sir Topham Hatt was waiting on the platform with a new diesel and had important news.
Everyone, this is Daisy, the diesel rail car. She has come to help on the Farquhar branch line while Thomas is currently, indisposed.
Sir, not to be rude, but if Toast gets back, is she going back to the mainland?
I hope so. I really miss him so much.
That depends on how long his repairs will last. So until then, however long she stays, I hope you four will make her feel welcome and comfortable.
Yes, sir!
We'll try our best, sir.
If it makes Tommy Boy come home soon, I'll do it.
Same here. Perhaps it will give me plenty of time to plan his welcome back party.
Very good. You may run along and show her to her shed. She may want to rest after her long trip from London.
What about me, sir?
Well, you'll be working with Daisy until Thomas comes back.
Yes, sir. Maybe I could use a change of pace. Who knows? Maybe driving a diesel can be fun like driving a steamy.
But they soon found out that Daisy was very hard to please. When they showed her the Elsbridge engine shed, she shuddered very dramatically.
Oh, this shed won't do at all, 'cause it's dreadfully smelly. I'm highly sprung, and anything smelly is bad for my swerves.
So they decided to show her the coach shed instead.
This is much better. But what are those pieces of rubbish doing here?
The rubbish turned out to be Thomas and Toby's coaches, Annie, Clarabelle, and Henrietta, who were very offended by Daisy's snobby attitude.
We won't stay here with her to be insulted.
Indeed, what a horrid diesel.
Poor girls.
Nobody dares to insult my Henrietta.
Yeah, what kind of diesel does she think she is?
Why, that green grump? She's both a snob and a bully. The meanest diesel I ever met. Kinda reminds me of when I first met Gilda.
Then they decided it was best to take them elsewhere. Then they would spend half the night soothing their hurt feelings. But when they awoke the next morning, they were feeling exhausted. Except for Twilight. She had a good night's sleep because she knew that Percy and Pinkie would help soothe Annie and Clarabelle. Daisy, on the other hand, was feeling bright, cheerful, and peppy. With Twilight in the driver's seat, she tooted her horn as she came out of the yard and backed into Elsbridge Station.
Look at me, everybody. I'm the latest diesel rail car, the finest in railway technology. I'm highly sprung and up to date to British railway standards. With me around, you won't have to ride in Thomas's bumpy carriages, Annie and Clarabelle anymore.
Knock it off, Daisy! This is no time for being a showroom display. It's a time to be really useful.
Oh, whatever you say, darling.
It's like I'm talking to Rarity if she was an engine, but worse.
The passengers then waited for Daisy to start her engine, but she didn't. She was too busy admiring herself and being vain. Then when she saw that a milk tanker was being coupled behind her, she began to feel very uncomfortable.
Twilight, darling, does this railway expect me to pull that silly wagon?
Well, of course. We're only taking one van. Thomas and I always take one on our first run each morning.
I will not. Why can't Percy and Pinkie Pie do it? They love messing about with smelly cars.
Sorry, Daisy, but those are railway orders. The town of this branch line need their milk.
Then suddenly, she began to shudder violently and dangerously.
Stop it right now, Daisy! Stop with the act or I'll put you on shunting duties! Now back off!
Because of what Twilight said, Daisy lurched backwards. She was so angry that her motor blew a fuse.
Told you so, darling.
Everyone then started arguing with the Diesel and tried to convince her, but it was no use.
I'm sorry, but it's my fitter's orders.
Who is he?
My fitter is a very kind gentleman. He comes once a week to inspect me and says, Daisy, my dear, never pull loads. You're highly sprung, and pulling is bad for your swerves. And that's why I don't pull trains. So there.
Stuff and nonsense.
I just don't understand. Whatever convinced Sir Topham Hatt of renting a rude diesel that acts like a rude feeble?
Feeble? Feeble? Why, you little...
Stop arguing. We're late already.
So Twilight quickly uncoupled the tanker, and Daisy purred away, feeling very pleased with herself. She could now enjoy her journey.
That was a good story. From now on, I'll do what work I want and nothing more.
But she only said it to herself.